So did you take a look at that vowels with consonants worksheet?
No, I actually I was too busy. I didn't have time. Sorry about that. Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm going to let you review it and see if you think we need to cover it, because I have a feeling you know all of that information already. But so take a look at it. No rush. I
Thank you.
had something else planned for today,
Okay, great. Thank you.
but you know, we can always come back to it if it's something that you think we need to cover. But I have a feeling that you're very familiar with that stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So what we're going to move on to are reductions. So I know we've covered some reductions, but we're going to move more into a lot just reductions for the foreseeable future before we get into some larger concepts like intonation, modulation. We haven't discussed syllable stress yet, I don't think, but we'll talk about that and some other concepts.
Right.
But for today, we're going to cover this consonant cluster reduction. Now, if you take a look, what are we talking about? We're talking about three consonant clusters, but they're usually referred to as hard consonants.
Right.
And usually we're going to have some kind of stop consonant in the middle, either a T, a P, or a D.
Yeah.
And then it gets reduced. So you basically you omit it for all intents and purposes. So we're going to discuss the ones that are on this page, and then some others that fall into the same kind of pattern. So what we're talking about here with this MPT reduction is usually if it's just MPT, you know, technically we're supposed to release the T sound, and we will, but it's the middle consonant that gets reduced into the For example, we take a look with exemption. Kind of easy to think about reducing that P, but here prompt, we're going to release the T, but the P can get sucked in. So let's give it a try with these blue example here, but we're basically reducing the middle consonant. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. So is that everybody do that, or it depends on, like, for example, casual speech, or what would you say?
That's a really good question. I think, yeah, we're going to do it more in casual speech, but I think even in a formal setting, if you're speaking fairly quickly, it can be reduced. It's not like the to reduction where you say "ta" and it sounds really. This is more just like flowing speech, where as you're speaking quickly, the word is still the word, right? Exemption and exemption is still the same. So this is one of those reductions that you can fall into all categories, but it's very, very common.
Okay, so either way is fine, but yeah, of course, like if you want to speak fast and more fluent, maybe you may want to skip it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think definitely casual, for sure, but can be used in formal settings as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Exemption. Yeah. Exemption. Yeah. Either way, it's almost like sounds P. Exemption, right? Prompt.
Yeah. Well, I want you to take a listen. Exemption or exemption.
Yeah.
You know, it's very it's very difficult to not hear.
Yeah. Exemption. Prompt. So you release T or no?
We're going to release the T. We're going to release the T because if we look at a PT, except, for example, we're always releasing the T sound. In this case, it's just the P that gets sucked in. So we're going to say, oh, I've got a prompt for you. So we are releasing the T, yes.
All right. Prompt. Symptom. Empty. Stumped. Stumped.
Stomped. So we're releasing that T.
Stomped. So this short O.
It is a short O. Yeah.
Yeah. Stomp. Stomp. Yeah.
Release the T.
Yeah.
There
Stumped. Stumped. Attempt. 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 Yeah. Attempt.
Attempt.
Okay. Attempt. Yeah. And wants. Wants. Yeah. Wants. Rents. Faints. Pants. Counts. Pin size. Pin
So
size.
it is, yeah, it is a long I in pint. Pint size.
Pint size, yeah. Pint size.
Correct. Okay, and then you can see here we've got NTS, and then what is the same mouth position? NDS. But now because it's a D, these are all turning into Z's if it's an S, right? With the exception of landscape, it has to be an S because it's got a consonant after it.
Right.
But stands, lens.
Yeah, stands, lens, windshield. Yeah, windshield.
There you go.
Friends. Yeah. Yeah, landscape. Landscape.
Yeah.
Handsome. Yeah. This sounds more common, no? Yeah. Than the
These are
TTS.
always he's so handsome, right? You don't really hear the D, handsome. Right? Oh, he's so handsome. Yeah. It's a landscape painting. Yeah.
Right. Landscape. Yeah. And scripts. Interrupts.
Interrupts, exactly. So both T's can essentially be trapped. Yes.
Yeah. Corrupts. Adapts. Concepts. Accepts.
Yeah, good. Concepts. Well, we've got a lot of concepts.
Accepts. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay. And then we've got, let's see, this one very, very common, this CTS.
Okay, yeah. Facts. Architects. Projects. Acts. Prospects. Protects. Protects.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that second syllable is the stress syllable. Protects. He always protects me.
He always protects me. Yeah.
Yes, right. Exactly right. Now this one here, STL. This is always very common in these STLE words, right? It's going to be silent regardless. It's going to be silent. Now this one, you'll notice. The other one is, it's such a heavy cost, or I do this most of the time. But now we're doing adverbs, ly. It was a costly mistake, or I like him mostly, or I do it mostly.
Yeah, we don't know mostly. Yeah, we don't use it. Yeah. Mostly. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's do these practice words, and then I'll get another one to throw at you.
Yeah, castle, bustle, costly, hustle, mostly, wrestle.
Yeah, and that's long O mostly.
Oh, mostly, yeah.
Mostly costly.
Yeah. So among these, so the STL seems common. I think like that's everybody uses it. Not many people said mostly, right? And fact. So which one out of these do you think the more common? STL, CTS, and then?
I would say for sure, and this one, PTS, really common. NDS. I'm going to say really except for this MPT. The one that really gets reduced a lot is T, right?
Once, yeah.
Because we're
Rents.
not going to release it. If we don't have to release it, we're not going to
Rents.
even articulate it. We'll skip past it. And so another one that falls into this category is FTL. And mainly I'm talking about FTL in adverbs, right? Think about, oh, he's so swift. And I looked at it very swiftly. Or
yeah,
he landed
swiftly. Yeah, that's right.
swiftly, or oh, this is so soft. You have to release the T, but he landed so softly. So FTL. I was thinking about this, and FTL is very common in an adverb.
Right. But for this CTS, you really skip T because I thought like it was act, acts, and acts different pronunciation, right? Sounds very different. Acts.
Well, that's a good question, but because you're thinking about acts like an AXE acts.
No, AKS, yeah, acts, yeah. Because yeah, if you pronounce AKS, then it's like a acts, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and then
But,
this is like a kind of this act is more like kind of a, for example, acts number 1 or acts 2, right?
Well, this is third person singular. Oh, he always acts so strange.
Yeah. But it's still you skip T. Sorry.
Yes, yeah. You can drop the T. Now, do you have to drop it in any of these? No, you do not.
Okay. No, I just wonder, like, some because I think for example, mostly is like probably no one say mostly. I think, but acts is probably people says acts often, very often, rather than acts.
Well, it depends. You'd be surprised.
Okay.
You'd be surprised. But
maybe I'm kind of interpreting on my own way. Yeah, people saying.
Well, I mean, like I said, does this have to be reduced? Absolutely not. But yeah, prospects, right? Maybe you'll hear it. Sometimes you won't. It depends. But I agree with you totally that this STL and FTL really gets reduced a lot, right? Oh, swiftly, right? Swiftly.
Right.
One that I talk about a lot. For example, the F consonant situation, like fifth, right?
Yeah.
Fifth, for example, you'll hear a lot. Why don't you put it in fifth gear where they drop the F, right? Fifth. So F gets dropped a lot, right? Like we were just talking about here, and then FTL.
Yeah.
So,
got it.
But it's a common pattern you're going to want to pay attention to. Just that middle consonant, listen for it in these really difficult consonant clusters, especially if it's a plosive consonant like PT, D, B, P, right? D gets dropped a lot. All right. So now they don't give you the answer. You're dropping the middle consonant here in these sentences.
Okay. He wants to apply for an exemption.
Good.
The actor read the scripts with his friends. So no D, also friends.
Friends with his friends. It's a Z sound with his friends.
Oh, Z. Okay, friends. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Don't be too prompt to dismiss the facts.
Good.
Facts. Yeah, dismiss the facts.
Good.
Yeah. She has all kinds of symptoms.
Excellent.
Jimmy stamped his feet. Stamped his feet to shake off the ants.
Yes.
Bill rents an apartment and he lends me his couch when I'm in town.
Good.
Criminal minds are cause of many acts of aggression. Power corrupts and power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yes. Okay. Outstanding. Yes. Really very good. I know it's difficult to wrap your head around,
Yeah,
right? Dropping that. And again, you don't have to do you don't have to drop any of these, right? It's not something you have to do. So
right.
that's going to be the main theme moving forward. These reductions, you don't have to do any of them, but it's nice to have them in your back pocket.
Yeah, yeah,
And so if you hear someone, you know what's going on, and then you can imitate if you feel like doing
right,
so,
right.
right? Because if you think about the word mines, it's kind of like gold mine, right? Oh, those
Yeah,
gold mines. It sounds like the same, right? If you're dropping that D there. Okay. So let's do some of these. They don't give you any of the. What I really would like to practice, because you notice the MPT a lot, and I really want you to make sure that you're releasing the T, even if you drop the P in
okay.
these situations. Okay, so
You no longer look unkempt, kempt after your haircut.
there you go, unkempt,
Uh,
exactly.
Unkempt, yeah. Margaret uh, clamped the piece together while she dried.
Well, they did.
What prompted you to take the job?
Yeah.
He made the slightest attempt to smile. You can no longer tempt me with sweets. Our landscape team has many projects to complete before the windstorm lands lands on these
And
grounds.
grounds, yes. And windstorm is going to be an
Windstorm.
S, going to be an S, but lands and grounds Z.
Okay, lands and on the grounds. Yeah.
Good. Yes, correct.
Honestly, after reading the script
There
scripts
you go.
for the TV series, I am pumped pumped to perform some of these stunts.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. Pump to perform, right? We're going to combine those. That's excellent. Great
Okay,
job.
pumped to perform. Yeah, I believe that the the demands of this job are leaving me cramped cramped for time and energy.
Good.
Judy interrupts me every time I start speaking.
Yeah, interrupts. Good.
Yeah, I
So
can
like so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but like interrupts and oh, he interacts with all the students, right?
interacts.
The C the CKS or interacts uh
Yeah,
yeah, the CTS there is again. So those two words where you can drop both of the T's, right?
yeah, yeah.
PTS and CTS, yeah, or KTS anyway.
Interrupts. Yeah, I can contribute $5.75.
Yep.
I am pacing because my legs feel restless.
Restless.
Restless. Yeah.
There you go.
In hindsight, I shouldn't have made that. I have. I shouldn't have made that costly mistake, focusing focusing on only on my accomplishments. Yeah.
There you go. Accomplishments.
Yeah. Nestled, the shivering puppy in my arm.
That's good.
I accidentally stamped on your foot. My aunt, always my aunt is yeah, aunt is fine. My aunt's currently working with a group of architects.
Yeah. Aunts, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay. Our minds are capable of understanding very complex concepts.
Yeah. Good.
Wesley Wesley greeted me with a handshake.
Yes. Good.
Handshake, yeah. He jumped to conclusions as he always does.
Does. Yeah.
Yeah. Be careful. Thistle, thistle, thistles usually have spines.
Usually.
Yeah, usually, yeah.
There you go.
Usually, yeah. We won the boat by a landslide.
Landslide. Exactly.
Landslide, yeah. Timothy leaps forward and intercepts the football.
Yeah. Good.
She, she modestly accepted that her illness would not let her accomplish all of her goals.
Yeah. Good.
Try not to put any dents in the truck.
Yeah. Dense.
Yeah. The bristle the bristles on the brush are synthetic. We thumped, we thumped our fingers on the wall to check for hollow spots.
Good.
The tailor measured my waistline for the second time to make sure her measurements were correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her demands weren't too difficult to comply with.
Okay. Very good. Yes. Okay. Let's continue. We got a bunch.
Yeah. The pigments in this color palette are highly concentrated.
Correct.
Every time he disrupts me, I have to start over. She was wrestling with her own conscience.
Good.
He was handsome and considerate.
Consider it. It's going to be a schwa.
Oh yeah, considerate. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were treated so unjustly that I had to speak up.
Yeah, that's good.
I was under assumption assumption that you had already received your college degree.
Yeah, it's good assumption.
Yeah, in a matter of seconds, everything changed.
Yeah.
Lastly, I would like to thank my family for their constant support.
Good.
What prompted what prompted you to take the job?
Good.
Uh, the town center is usually bustling on Friday evening.
It sounded like you said boostling.
Oh, bustling, but
That is
it's
bustling. It is a short
bustling.
year.
Okay, bustling on
Good.
Friday evening.
Yes.
My my heart abounds with love for my children.
Excellent. Good. Abounds. Good.
Yeah. All all of the needed adjustments were quickly made.
Good. Couple more.
Yeah, she left such contempt for him. Contempt
Content. Yeah.
for him. Yeah.
Good.
the benefits vastly outweighed the challenges.
Outweighed.
Outweighed the challenges.
Yes, last
I
one.
Yeah, I use workout bands bands instead of weights.
It's exactly right. Bands instead of weights.
Bands.
Um,
Okay.
Good. So it sounded to me, just listening, like you did all of them really great, except for MPT. You kind of struggled with that one.
Yeah,
That was the
still kind of
one,
a yeah, P,
which is
yeah.
yeah. You really kept wanting to not, but you still did, which is fine. Which is
Right.
fine. None of these have to be done. But all the other ones you did perfectly.
Right.
Great. From most MPT, hey, you want to make the P, if that is easier for you, that's okay. That's terrific. And you're probably right that maybe it is still there, right? If I say contempt, probably there, probably not. Who knows? But I think it's easier to not have to do all of these. Certainly STL, FTL, if
Yeah.
you come across that, seems like swiftly, softly, and so on. So think about those kind of patterns with adverbs,
Right.
right? If you
Right.
have FT, ST, adverb, you can drop that T for
Yeah.
sure. All right, Sumi, terrific. So I will see you Friday, yes, and we're going to continue with reductions. And again, let me know if you want to cover that. We're going to be doing. So we already did vowel dropping. I don't know if we've done this words ending with T. If not, that's
No,
what
I
we're
don't
going
think
to do.
so. Yeah,
I
let's do
don't.
that. I don't think I
We're
did.
gonna do it. So it's just gonna be practicing stop T again, but you can never practice that enough. Uh, so that'll be a really good worksheet. So I'll go ahead and share that with you then, along with these consonant cluster worksheets, and I'll see you on Friday.
All right. Okay. See you then.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.